I'm Nina Dobrev, and I'm in New York City, and I'm going to show you guys what my day-to-day makeup routine is. But first, let's start with washing my face. First, I use my cleanser. It's the most important at night, in my opinion, to wash off all your makeup, but also extremely important in the morning to get all the serums and things off of your face that have soaked in from the evening before. Make a little cocktail, a little serum cocktail like that. And I put the next one in there. The different serums that I have, this one is my hyaluronic serum by Dr. Surrey. She also makes a calming serum, which is extremely important for people like me who have little like red rosacea spots on their cheeks. It kind of just like calms the skin. And I mix it all. I'm obsessed with little mini containers. So Dior makes this little travel size eye cream that I love. I put this on in the morning, at night, whenever I have a flight, all the time. And I also make a cocktail of my cream, so I'll put a little bit of that cream. Then I will take my Tasha Dewy Cream. This one's amazing as well. Put that in there. Then I will take my sunscreen. I will take my Glow Drops. These are my secret sauce. Mixture cocktail. I am a big believer in lymphatic drainage because I sleep on my face. And when you sleep on your face, all of the blood rushes to your face and you wake up really puffy. You have dark circles. So I was taught to go upward, put it to the side, and down my neck. I keep my eye patches in the fridge so that they stay cold. That way, at the very last minute when I take them out, if my eyes are puffy, I put them right on and it constricts blood and sort of depuffs my eyeballs. So I put these bad boys on. They work their magic. I also like doing cryotherapy because cryotherapy really helps tighten your skin and it helps with cellulite and other things. I have a couple of little breakouts happening. I call them aliens, and I usually name my aliens. They invade my skin and they're unwelcome guests, and I like to tell them that they need to leave, but they don't sometimes, but it's kind of my fault. The aliens arrive whenever I cheat. I love cheeseburgers and I love cheese and food and all kinds of things, but I have a intolerance to gluten and dairy and all kinds of different allergies and sensitivities. So when that happens and when I cheat, I have all kinds of little tips, things that you can do to cover up your pimples like I do. Okay, as you can see, these guys are getting a little crazy, which means it's time to go bye-bye. The next step is under eye concealer. I use Clé de Peau, and I usually mix it with my foundation. This color is a little bit darker than my skin, and that is because I use a lot of sunscreen. I mix Dior Skin Forever Glow, 3W and 2W. Then I mix it all up to make sure it's even. And from there, I usually use whatever is left on my finger to blend my neck. I cannot express to you guys how important it is to not just put foundation on your face, okay? Sometimes, as you can see, I get little breakouts on my chest because I work out a lot, and when you work out, if you sweat and don't shower immediately after, sometimes there's traffic and it takes me 10 minutes to get to my house from the gym. Sometimes I'll get little breakouts, and so I cover it up with a little concealer. The way I apply my foundation is with a beauty blender. I just recently discovered these bad boys and I am obsessed. I will dip it onto one end and then I just pat. Pat, 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 pat. So I'll take a black palette and I'll just kind of rub it in the lash line. And then I take a Q-tip. I wet it with my saliva because I'm lazy. And I delete. I delete all the way down. And then there's a tiny, tiny thin line now at the base of my lashes. You kind of look like a raccoon. Look like a fugly raccoon for just a nanosecond. And then you go back to your trusty Q-tip, lick, and delete. You don't want there to be any black at all. And by trying to get it all off, you end up inevitably just, like, you can't get it all off. I remember I used to go to events, like I'd go to an event and I'd have like this crazy smoky eye, and then I'd wash my face when I got home from the event, I'd go to sleep, and then I'd wake up and I'd still have that tiny, tiny little thin black line. And then I realized that that's how you get the black line. So it looks perfect. Now that I have sort of the foundation around my eyes, I'm really obsessed with doing the messy brow. I love getting these guys all the way up. So I will take my Surrey. It is a brow pomade, and it's really thick. You can see it's like white here, but then it dries kind of clear. And I'll brush it in the opposite direction of my eyebrows so that it makes them stick up real high. Remember when it was trendy to have sex hair? Like you just have that sexy tousled look. And now I'm bringing it to the brows, ladies and gentlemen. Kind of like caveman-y, which I'm super into. I will take my concealer and I mix it with the foundation that's on my hand. I'm super insecure about my dark circles because I was on a vampire show for a very, very long time. So we shot at night and we didn't sleep very much. And so I had major, major dark circles. And one thing that I've learned recently is that dark circles are actually, like, yes, they happen because you don't sleep a lot, but a lot of the time, dark circles are also because you're dehydrated. So it's super important to drink a lot of water is what I have learned in recent years. I've gotten a lot better at it. Still not as good as I should be, but I try. I'll use the beauty blender again to get him, but then I'll go over him again with this guy and my foundation, and I'll sort of spot treat him. Bye, Jimmy. What should we call this guy? Joe? Why are they all guys? Girls can invade faces too. This is Stephanie. Goodbye, Stephanie. This is when I like to go over my under eye one last time. This next step is very important for pimples. You ready? This is when you have to lock them in. Make sure that the foundation doesn't move. So you have to use powder, and you just sort of dab. I use a small brush and only put it under my eyes because that's where I don't want it to move. And then I just like attack the little pimples that we just covered up. What I like to do is I'll take this palette, Smashbox Cali Kissed. So I'll take my brush and I'll dab, get the excess off. Then I take the same brush, because I'm lazy and I don't like to carry a lot of things, and I just sort of pinch it to make it smaller. And then I use my bronzer just to sort of highlight and contour. I will take this Kevyn Aucoin, and I still have some of my foundation here from my face, and I will mix it with this this highlighter glow stick, and I will put them together because this is pretty potent and I like it to look natural. So I will mix with my beauty blender that and foundation together so that when I put it on, I'm putting a little bit of foundation on with the glow. This is what I would do to switch from day to night very quickly. I'll always have these few products in my purse to be able to switch on the dime because I do move around a lot, and I'll go from a meeting and meet somebody on the other side of town, and I don't have to go home and stop and have to change and switch everything up, so I'll have a lot of the stuff in my car. I'll take my mascara, which in this case is Revlon, and I will take a tissue paper and I'll wipe it off because I want to sort of I don't want it to be clumpy and it takes off like the excess. There's just like a little bit just to sort of lift the lashes, a teeny amount. I'll also take a clean little brush, whatever these are called, and I will sort of swipe it like that to get any clumpiness out and make sure that they're straight. But I'll always go from the top and twist, and then I brush up afterwards. And then I'll do the bottom lashes, and I'll kind of do the same thing, just along the base. If we decide to go out dancing and I really want to spice it up and make it extra sprucey, my go-to with a basically clean face is a red lip. Red lips kind of go with everything. And this is Rouge Dior Ultra Care. It's the color 999, and I have specifically chosen this color because 9 is my favorite number. And I initially picked this one up because it was 3 times my favorite number. And then I realized that the color actually looks really good on me. It's my favorite, I wear it a lot. And then obviously, sometimes you kind of go outside the lines and you gotta get the beauty blender back in there to even it out. So I'm gonna go and debut this red lip and this crazy Amazon hair. Hair has never been my forte. I have like kind of unruly crazy hair. So if anyone's got tips on hair, DM me, I need some help. Thank you guys for watching my tutorial. I hope you picked up some tips, and see you guys out there. Mwah.